Hi, I'm Corrine Carpino, and today we're going to paint a holiday ornament. I'm going to start with a glass ornament and some Jacquard Pinata Alcohol Ink. Here I'm just using the ink very thick with a small detail brush. I'm going to be adding a green stem. I think that's Rainforest Green by Jacquard. I can use a little alcohol on my brush to adjust that stem. Now I'm going to be using a little bit of magenta ink, and I can carefully paint flower petals. I think this is going to be a cone flower. And I'll use some tangerine for the center. You can see how thick my ink is in my little cup there. I'm controlling how far the ink moves by how much isopropyl alcohol is on my brush. Now I'm using Jacquard Baja Blue, and I have no idea what kind of flower this is. It's just kind of fun. Maybe reminds me of a delphinium or something else. And I'm also going to put in another cone flower, this time in the tangerine. And I'm sorry about the glare. It's from the light on the glass. And we'll add a stem to this too. Now I want some other filler flowers. I'm going to use a red ink and just put little tiny dots and make it a puffy red dotty flower. And I'll add a few of those. I want an odd number of flowers when I'm all done. There we go. And I will get some green. It looks like I'm using lime green this time. And just get those stems in. So next my ink is a little bit thinner, and I'm just painting in some random leaves around my flowers with both a dark green and a lime green. I think I'll add a few little dots to this tall flower here. And next I'm going to use Ranger Snowcap Mixative. Now this is a thick white ink, and as I lay it on over the colored ink, it's going to go from being translucent to opaque, and this is how we're really going to be able to see these flowers on the glass. So I'm just tapping over what's already there, and the snow cap is picking up some of the ink color from underneath. So we'll end up being an opaque, lighter color, as you can see in that completed ornament to my right. So now we're just going to do these petals, and as it absorbs or picks up the color of the ink from below, we'll have to continually add more ink after this first layer dries. So we'll let that dry and come over to this other little cone flower and just paint these petals in. Now I've let this white ink sit for a little bit, so some of the alcohol has evaporated out of it, which is why it's so nice and thick. And now we're going to add a second coat and some highlights to this pink one. And then we're going to just add a little bit of brown ink around the base of that top of that flower in both of these. A couple brown dots. And then I'm coming over the stems. Again with the snow cap. This time you can see it's thinner. So it is going to need several coats as we come over the stems. Again, I'm not trying to come directly over the stems. I'm just painting, or the leaves, I'm just painting in some white leaves. It'll pick up the greens from below. And as it dries, I can come back over it as well. And that's it. At this point, we just have to make final adjustments Add a few more leaves. And now that the flower petals have dried a little bit, I can come in and add some highlights. Okay, I have my Snowcap Mixative very thick in this little cap, and I'm coming in with a micro dental tool and just going to put little dots in the top of these flowers where the seed heads would be. So it's a great little tool to use to just make nice little round dots. And that's it. We're done. And you have a lovely gift for yourself or to give to someone else. Please subscribe to be notified of new tutorials.